Good morning and welcome to Blain's Morning Porridge. It's April the 7th, 2026. This morning's something a bit different. Reflections on a morning after the night before. But let's start off with a quote. You can get along without money. You can lose your dividends. We think we know the patterns, how markets resonate and repeat. But do we really? Every so often the Earth's polarity is said to shift, but it's never happened in recorded history, so we don't really know what happens. Every so often the world's basis changes. Make merry while we can, enjoy what is real. The rest is just numbers. You are measured not by the digits on your bank balance, but the number of your friends. It is July 1914. At least that's what it feels like. I have what may be the worst hangover in recorded human history. We had the very best day ever yesterday. Easter Monday, in the back garden with our very best friends. The barbies were fired up. Blain's slow pork bites. Chipotle Salmon, and the ultimate proof that God exists. Crusted Yogurt-Marinated Lamb Chops. Hugs and kisses as we told each other how wonderful the wines were. An Alberino and a Super Tuscan by Antinori, and as evening fell we were drinking them by the caseful. Inevitably the laws of economics, demand and supply caught up. Soon there were no bottles left, and the darker recesses of the cellar were explored. It was a party to celebrate nothing in particular except friendship and the sheer exuberant joy of it all. We were deep into the California Reds as Artemis II rounded the moon and headed back towards the blue marble. The music was 1970s and 80s. The love, the bonds, and the shared memories were genuine, and I think we might have recited the whole of Top Gun's script from memory. Southie, Darren, and I solved the mysteries of the universe a couple of times, and as always, forgot. I do not feel the need for speed this morning. Alka-Seltzer has been consumed. It was the best of times. This morning, do we face the worst of times? Cold, hard reality approaches like an accelerating panzer division storming through the Ardennes, and we cannot avoid the coming stramash. The £2 litre of diesel is upon us. 39 days of disruption have consequences that will not pass quickly. The headlines and what they imply, the end of NATO, stagflation, and all the rest, are bruises erupting upon our faces as the punches start to land. The Americans are celebrating the recovery of one single God Squad and God-fearing colonel as the greatest feat of martial prowess ever. Well done for recovering him, but the guy got shot down. It's called war. And in the cold, hard light, we look at the photos of the scorched wreckage of two Special Forces Fat Alberts, the last lost Warthog, and the 4 lost helicopters, and remember the Persian Desert in 1979. We shake our heads in disbelief. Who is fooling who? If this is victory, what will defeat look like? Those of us who know we are not only unprepared for what may follow, but in denial, which is not just a river in Africa. Whitehall looks calm on the surface, but below there is a furious paddling as the tectonics of our future start to twist. What was is over. There is a widening rift. It's deepening with every twisted, angry, malevolent comment the president makes. His nation is a dither. The fools follow him blindly, while the wise men look in vain to the laws, the courts, to the Constitution, hoping their faith in words written 250 years ago will restore common sense, decency, and direction. Sadly, words are just words. They are faded ink on old paper. History resonates. Nations decline. Empires arise from the ashes and then fall. And so it comes. The world faces tumult. America thinks it's immune. They have oil. They have AI. They have fantabulous strength. The US Navy, the US Air Force, and the American Army. They have it all. What do we have? Over here, not so much. My chum, who leads tanks, tells me his regiment, with a history that was storied before America was even a thing, is using armoured personnel carriers that are older than most of his troopers' grandfathers. This is what happens at the end of an age. We suddenly wake up from a dream to the nightmare reality. So we fool ourselves. We believe 7 implausible things before breakfast. We believe things never change, forgetting that we are only the present because our forebears swept the previous past away decades ago. So today, prepare for shocking change. At best, it will be disruptive inflation. Millions will likely lose their jobs, their livelihoods, their homes, and their futures. The already broken structures of decaying welfare and health services will simply stop pretending to cope. We will cling to hope and to gold, forgetting you can't eat it. At worst, it will be a terrible war, not the sanitized version we know from films and TV, but gory, tragic, and visceral. There will be no winners, only losers. No dam busters, no Battle of Britain, no Band of Brothers. Just horrible, brutal, drone-borne death and missiles raining destruction. The bomber will always get through, as a previous British Prime Minister said in 1930. Financially, you really don't want to know. No, you don't. And in a ballroom in a ruined city, someone, sometime, will uncover a statue, and upon it will be these words: "Look upon my works, ye mighty, and despair. Half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command, look upon my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing besides remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away." On the other hand, things are never as bad as we fear, but seldom as good as we hope. Normal service resumes tomorrow if the headache pills work. You can find Blain's Morning Porridge on www.morningporridge.com, and if you sign up, you'll get it delivered fresh each morning to your email. Thanks very much for your attention this morning, and I will be back with some serious financial analysis tomorrow morning. Thanks. Bye-bye.